Greetings. I am Nosipo Masilela, a second-year student from Boston Media House doing Bachelor of Arts in Broadcast Journalism. So today I'm going to be comparing and contrasting between postmodernism and modernity. First, define these terms. Postmodernism is a cultural movement that emerged in mid-20th century, characterized by a rejection of traditional values and beliefs, a focus on self and individual, and a questioning objective truth and reality. Modernity, on the other hand, refers to a period of social and cultural change that began in 18th century and is characterized by industrialization, urbanization, and the rise of capitalism. To start, a key difference is that modernity tended to view media as monolithic entity with one centralized source of authority. Postmodernism, on the other hand, sees media as a fragmented and plural entity with multiple sources of authority. For example, modernist media was often characterized by mass-marketed top-down messages such as those found in television and radio. Postmodernist media, on the other hand, is more decentralized and participatory, such as social media and user-generated content. A key aspect of modernism is that it is characterized by a belief in progress and the idea that history moves in a linear forward direction. Modern media, such as newspapers and magazines, tended to present a single, unified version of events, with an emphasis on objectivity and accuracy. Postmodern media, by contrast, is characterized by a sense of fragmentation and plurality. It often questions the idea of single truth and instead presents multiple perspectives and points of view. Similarly, modernist television news like evening news presents a single authoritative version of the news, often delivered by a single authoritative anchor. Postmodernist television news like cable news networks present multiple perspectives on the news with different commentators and pundits offering their own takes on the issues. Let's start with newspapers. Modernist newspapers like the New York Times tend to present a single version of the news with an emphasis on objectivity and impartiality. Next, we would explain the Huffington Post. Adding on the examples, the South African Broadcasting Corporation, also known as SABC, represents a modernist approach to the media. It is a government-owned broadcaster and it presents a single definitive version of the news. This is in keeping with the idea of centralized top-down approach to news. On the other hand, the Daily Maverick represents a postmodernist approach to the media. It is an independent online publication that presents multiple perspectives on the news. It is also highly critical of the government and its policies. This is very different from the more state-controlled escapism. Well, one benefit of the modernist media is that it can be seen as more trustworthy and reliable. Because it presents a single definitive version of the news, people might feel more confident that they're getting accurate information. It has helped to challenge traditional ways of thinking and forced us to question our beliefs and assumptions. It has also led to greater tolerance and acceptance of diverse perspectives and experiences. In addition, postmodernism has encouraged creativity and experimentation, resulting in new art forms and cultural movements. On the other hand, some have argued that postmodernism has led to a loss of meaning and a sense of purpose, as well as the breakdown of traditional values and beliefs. It has also been criticized for promoting relativism and a lack of commitment to objective truth. Despite the differences, there are also some similarities between postmodernism and modernity. Both movements were shaped by the Enlightenment and the Scientific Revolution, which led to greater emphasis on rationality, reason, and individualism. They also both challenged traditional beliefs and structures and rejected the idea of single objective truth. And finally, both movements encouraged creativity, self-expression, and innovation. With that said, it's important to keep in mind that these are complex, multifaceted concepts and the differences and similarities are nuanced and can vary depending on the context.